Hey everyone, it's been a little over 2 years since I've made one of these videos, and since then there's been a lot of things that have come out. There's been games, movies, comics, shows, and I hope to get to all these. But for now, let's start where I left off. Today's video will be over the 5th episode of Season 7 of the Clone Wars, Gone with the Trace. The Clone Wars series takes place between Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. This one follows the last episode of Season 6 called Sacrifice. We find Ahsoka just after leaving the Jedi Order. She is traveling through the Works District and crashes her speeder on level 1313. She meets Trace Martez, who offers to let her stay at her mechanic shop to fix her speeder. Ahsoka does not reveal that she is a Jedi, and that's a good thing since Trace is not fond of Jedi. The shop belongs to Trace and her sister Rafa, who has been involved in some shady deals. Some thugs soon visit the Martez shop to collect money that was owed, but after things get rough, Ahsoka steps in to protect Trace and get rid of them. They vow to come back, so Trace and Ahsoka visit Rafa to tell her what happened. Rafa recruits them for yet another shady job to pay back what they owe, and they begrudgingly agree to help. The job is for building 3 binary load lifter droids, which Ahsoka knows can be dangerous because they are repurposed demolition droids. Trace convinces Ahsoka to help, only for Ahsoka's fears to be realized. One of the droids escapes and goes rampaging through the city. Together they are able to stop it, but only after Ahsoka secretly uses the Force to save them. They return, secure the other droids, and complete the job. Ahsoka is not happy that Rafa made the deal and handed over the dangerous droids, but she accepts it and returns with Trace to work on her bike. Now there aren't many connections to make in this episode, but I decided to start where I left off. The first one is the Jobin T-85 speeder bike. This isn't the first time that we have seen a Jobin T-85 speeder bike. The Jedi Kanan Jarrus uses one in episode 11 of the first season of Star Wars Rebels. It is also a reference to characters from the Legends series from 1985 called Star Wars Droids: The Adventures of R2-D2 and C-3PO. Next is the Coruscant Works District. The first appearance was at the end of Attack of the Clones, where Dooku meets his sinister master Darth Sidious. Trace and Rafa Martez. This is the first appearance of Trace and Rafa, but not their last. They show up in more episodes of the Clone Wars following this one, and also in the Bad Batch series. Level 1313. Level 1313 is located 1,313 levels from the Coruscant's core, and is its most dangerous level, known for crime and gang activity in the underworld. It first appeared in episode 22 of Season 2 of the Clone Wars. The Thug Pintu in this episode is Pintu Son El, and he is an alien species called Moi. This species' first appearance was in the 2nd season of Rebels in episode 13, that's The Call. These aliens were based on art by Ralph McQuarrie for The Empire Strikes Back. When Ahsoka mentions her older brother, by older brother, of course she means Jedi Master Anakin Skywalker himself. When Rafa is making the deal for the droids, we see Lokan, who is a Twi'lek. Twi'leks are a species from the planet Ryloth, and they play a big role during the Clone Wars. Hera Syndulla from the series Rebels is also a Twi'lek. Tukas. Tukas are also called Tuka cats, and one of the most popular breeds that you have probably seen before is Loth cats from the planet Lothal in Star Wars Rebels. Thanks for joining me today. This was a fun episode to go through, and it's nice to see what happened to Ahsoka after her last episode in the Clone Wars, since we waited so long for this final season. There'll be more to follow as we go through the next episodes. It may not be the next ones I cover, but we'll get to them eventually. Thanks for joining me. My name's Ricky, and this is Connecting the Galaxy.